Hello everyone, it's me, Ongad. It's going to be a very special episode because we're going to talk about the probably kind of end of the series already. Because if we are trying to actually try to teach you anything about the game, like shopping, where to go, and battles, you're probably you will find the other people that can do that a lot better than me. So stuff TT, I'm gonna try to focus into the less explored aspect of the game, that is the generation and family. First things first, as the game is said in a way, we'll grow old and die and pass to the new generation. But living to our end of our life is a lot longer because as I am right now, I am 18 years and I only die of old age at 50. So that's a lot of time. And of course, to have a family, first you need to find a mate and then get the children, and they need to grow, and then you have to nurture them, and then when you're old enough, you pass your conscience to them. But to help with the time pass a little faster, each year we can talk with Mr. Fairweather here, because we have some items to make our life easier or better. But of course, as always, it has a cost. Years of cost. And for some kind of dumb lucky, on my first time here talk with him, we have two good items already. We have the terrarium. I convinced it to go in the pot garden. That costs 5 years. And we have the Professor Bug Pass. It will increase the family study expand gain. So we're gonna get more experience for the study. And the last one is the mirror. Also, this marvelous mirror to really increase your ability. This is not that much necessary right at this moment. To be honest, not even the statue was necessary. But one thing about this game is that all the payment of years, it comes at the end of the year. As you can see down there, I have a tax due of 7 years. So when this year ends on the 14th of the winter, when you go into the spring, not going to be year 7, it will be year 7 plus 7, so 14. I'm gonna jump 7 years in the game. Now we need to find a spouse, and how you find them? Well, you simply talk with people that are probably female if you are male, or male if you are female. I don't remember if you can actually marry same gender because the children are kind of magic. They need to find the people with the traits you want. Like Lucy here, she is intelligent, so she has a bonus to intelligence. While in other places, yes, you have to be kind of uh, greedy. We choosing your partner based on the status they have, and of course, availability. You can't marry someone that is already married, or you can break them at the initial, at the starting. How there isn't much you can actually go around. We have very few females that are actually able to procreate, and most of them have a not very good status because they're not able to pregnate an older woman. So let's say that if I manage to get my cat lady as a lover, she's a kind of okay age. She still can probably have children because it's kind of magical, and she has animal lover, blessed, and togetherness as permanent traits. When I have a child, I'm gonna kind of roll a dice to see if I'm gonna get a part of mine or part of hers. And since it's my first generation, I have no trait. So the first one is probably very important for you to choose. Of course, you can always wait a bit for find someone else. We also have alterations to people to marry, but getting that achievable is another problem in itself. You have to actually give that give that people and raise your affection high enough for it to actually matter. So this is mostly what I'm gonna go after it. That is to know people and go after the lineage stuff. And by the way, the terrarium is completely broken. You use it to teleport to terrarium and is the terrarium. This incredible large area filled with a lot of spices. Even though that they did not have the access before. So many crop fields. We have also a lot of berries to collect. And some trees to harvest as well. So yeah, I think you're gonna be set with the crops for the time being and place to actually plant them. Since I have no family to work with this with me, it's one of the best options at this moment. I can even plant everything I have here. The only advantage to do it outside is that when it rains, it waters everything. In this case here, it don't. I have to actually water it myself. But it seems that here is kind of a hothouse. I can plant any type of fruit, any type of seed here. Because I mean, pumpkin is fall season, but it is here, and I can actually plant it with no problem. So this is gonna make things a lot easier. And talk about it, since Kynseed is a very long game, and there is so much to do. If you want one opinion of mine, how to play it, simply play it one thing at a time. Don't try to actually make everything at once. If you have all these places here to explore, all these people to meet, all the people to talk, we have crop, you have farming, you have blacksmith, you have apothecary, you have collection and everything. Combat. Don't try to do everything at once. Choose one thing that is we want to do and do that in that generation. It will make the game more enjoyable. Don't rush stuff. Take all the time you want. If you want to know, there is actually one thing that you probably need to know, that is missable stuff. What can you miss by taking your sweet time playing the game? Well, the answer is quite simple, actually. You know, all these first generation people here into the Veil, and I believe it's all the same thing for the older ones, they kind of have a history going by then. As time passes and people die, move out, have children, new people will arrive into their places. Like Papikowi is already 19 years old, so I probably don't have more than this year to interact with him too before he goes away. So any law he have or code on anything else, I'll be lost. But if you really don't care about those conversations you can have with people, like here, you don't lose much by going by your own thing and not caring that you're going to spend the entire day just to open a map or harvest some crops or get some flowers, just going around giving gifts, fishing, going after metals. Since the generation stuff it takes so long to actually take place in, probably I consider probably most people finish the game before even doing the first generation. So if you want to really enjoy as it was supposed to be, just take your time. Don't rush. Go around, open the map like here. Not open yet. So let's look around to find the missing stones. And since it's night, it's also one of the best times to actually go and gift people things, because all of them are probably in home and they can just invade it like a serial killer. And also being capitalist, you should try to make friends with the families with the biggest lands, so you can have access to their orchard and crops and everything. Like here is probably one of the big orchards in the game. If you get friends with them, have access to 6 trees of apples and pears, and some strawberries. Don't mind me here. Let's give you some gifts. In this case, I would suggest you to go into the internet and looking for what they like. Like here, check that Betty actually like pears and blueberry jams. Since I have no blueberry jam, let's give her a pear. So she's going to get a lot of affinity very easily. Now we have here Neddy. Let's look what he likes and if I have access to it. Huh. It seems he likes apples, gazi apples, and pearls. Let's give him a gazi apple. Yes, he really likes. And I saw that he actually let Jedi completely actually likes milk. And he's something that I found just recently and make the other things. You can see that I have honey here, but this is actually not the honey I am gifting. I am gifting the vessel, not the container. If I want to give something that go here, I need to actually go here into items and choose honey. Now now it counts as gifted. And probably also empty the thing here. So actually gifting then the item removes it from my stuff here. So I have to be careful because I can actually delete my items if I my classes if I leave one empty and offer it. Oh, now I understood. Since I am gifting a filled container, the game can't recognize it and don't actually get expanded. But if I give it the content, it can actually detect it. Very interesting. He likes Apple. Apple are kind of important game because it's teleport, but for now let's just give it to him. And now have increased all I could of these people affinity for one day. When they turn at 6 p.m. I can actually give them more. We are getting there. You need to be friendly with everyone in the house to actually be able to have a stuff. If one people don't like you, you're not gonna get permission. So you cannot just be friendly with three and left one behind. Okay, let's go around it and explore a bit more. But since I already talked about most of my stuff, you probably have nothing else to talk about. I don't know what the next episode is gonna be. So, the Zungard, see you someday again.